Starting to think about weight management, we need to put it into the context of what we are up against. So we as dietitians will be working as best we can with the evidence base. But what will our service users, when they start looking, come up with? So if you put in the question to Google or any other search engine you may wish to use, how do I lose weight? What comes up? And just wanted to highlight to you, we're looking at 2,200 million results in 0.38 of a second. So there's masses of information about weight loss available to people. This particular day when I did this just a week or two ago, we ended up with starting with Noom. So that's quite high up the agenda. And interestingly, the NHS diet plan comes up quite high, which is a good thing because that has an evidence-based 12-week weight loss plan that people can access for free. Something like Noom costs not so much in the first couple of weeks, but then I think it's nearly £50 for 2 months. So there's a cost implication, which for some people will be very, that's fine. Other people, that's not going to be sustainable. So they have to be mindful of whether they can actually afford to continue to get the support and information that they were using. So if you go further down, we're onto the menopause diet. And if you put weight loss in, it comes up with Weight Watchers first. So just looking in a search engine for how do I lose weight can come up with a variety of things. But interestingly, having done this over a number of years, the NHS diet plan is actually quite high up there, which is a good thing. But if a new diet is in fashion, it might be something completely different that people will see first. Similarly, if you go into YouTube and you put in weight management, first thing that comes up, Veterans Health Administration. I've no idea who that organisation is, not heard of them, but there's some information there about weight management. And interestingly, the NHS Digital Weight Management Programme has come up again, which is, I say, is a good thing. Then we go on to emotional eating and all sorts of other things that will give mixed information to people. So the key point to remember is that when people start looking, if they have no idea where to look, they could get really mixed information and a lot of things that they won't know whether they are good information or not. So putting it in the context of how you might think about a weight management diet, some of you will have tried weight management diets over the years and some of you will never have needed to do. But what I'd like you to try and have a look at is pick something and see if you can find out a little bit about it and see if you can actually try for a couple of days to see how would that work for me. And not all of these can you try for free. So obviously I don't expect you to pay for something that you're not going to continue to use. But research them and think, well, what's the theory behind this? How much would it cost me? How easy is it for people to follow this dietary information? Does it work? Is it actually efficacious? Does it work? Does it lead to weight loss? How hungry do people feel? How full might they feel following this diet? So those kind of really practical questions that will impact on whether someone is able to use this diet or not. There's loads of popular approaches out there. So Noom is another one that is out there. Clearly, all of the fad diets change very rapidly, and there's something new that people are trying. But try and have a look at something you're interested in. See if you can follow it for 24 hours and see how that might feel and what the pros and cons are of that particular recommended, in inverted commas, recommended diet.